welcome to our channel. We are the Garcias. More enthusiasm. Again.
I'm driving.
Wow. Well, guys, I'm Sasha.
I'm Beto.
And that's Antonio back there. Stuck on the iPhone. Watching his cartoons and weird cartoons. But he likes it and it keeps him quiet. So today what we're gonna do is pretty much we're just doing what we normally do when Beto's off, you know, run errands, you know, go shopping, eat, because we like to eat. That's why I can't lose weight, because I just eat. But anyways, yeah, so we're on our way to Target. We got to get a few things to eat and see what Antonio might need, but yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, what do you see? Oh yeah, we need doggy stuff, doggy snacks. School supplies.
You don't use markers, huh?
No. Oh, is that for to put markers in?
Perhaps.
Antonio, come. Antonio with his travesuras.
This is what a kid eats. Look. This one's too
Oh, telling you to try it on. Yeah, you guys, trying to get stuff for Antonio too because he's going to be starting K3 at the end of the year. I think it's September, so it's pretty much like pre-K, but they're starting him at 3 years old. We're here in South Florida and the government pays for it because he's in a program called Early Steps, and when he turns 3 it's Child Find. And he's in that program because he has a speech delay and he has HFA, which is high functioning autism. That's a little something. I'll probably make a separate video about that. But yeah, he's going to be starting school a little early, and yeah, I don't know what to think, but we'll see. Hey guys, so we just made it back to the car just in time. We had to run for it because it started sprinkling, but now it's pouring. As you can see. Yeah, so that's South Florida weather for you guys. It's either really, really hot or it's pouring out of nowhere. So yeah. So now we're gonna see what we're gonna do, and yeah, we just left Target, got a few things, a couple things we needed, water, things for Antonio. Beto's eating Ruffles because he's hungry, and yeah, we'll see what we do. See you guys in a bit. Hey guys, we're back. So we just stopped here at Sonic and we both just had our burgers. You want to tell them what you had? He had the premium hot dog because he can't remember what he had. And he had the Sonic double cheeseburger. And I had the Sonic double bacon cheeseburger. We got Antonio some popcorn chicken, but he got full off of Doritos and now he's drinking Dr. Pepper. Please, please, moms, don't kill me in the comments. Like, oh my gosh, you can't be giving your son soda. He hardly drinks soda. If anything, he drinks more apple juice and water. But when we're out and he drinks all his juice, and agua frescas, he loves agua frescas. He likes, excuse me, he likes the tamarindo and mango agua frescas. So, but when we're out and we have no more juice, he usually drinks either Diet Coke or Sprite or whatever, but he doesn't have a lot of it. He drinks a little bit and then he doesn't want it anymore. So yeah, but yeah, we got super full, and like I mentioned before, this is why we don't lose weight, because we say we are and then we come to places like this. But we hardly come to places like these, huh?
It's been a little while.
It's been a long time since we've had fast food. We're really trying to watch what we eat. You know,
like I would like to try In-N-Out though.
Yeah.
But we don't have In-N-Out.
Yeah, we don't have In-N-Out here in South Florida. You know, in Florida at all, I don't think. I think it's really only in California. So that's definitely somewhere that if we ever do go to California, because Beto does have family over there, maybe in the near future we'll go. And that's one thing we'll definitely want to try is In-N-Out. And we mainly know about In-N-Out because of the other YouTubers we watch. Oh. Like, for example, I watch, you know, Beauty Bird, and we're really into Us Always and the Aguilars. Go ahead and follow them. They're really good, the Aguilars and Us Always. And Benny Sullivan, you know, we watch all of them, and that's what really got us to know about In-N-Out. And with the Aguilars in Phoenix, where they get their ceviche and their seafood. Oh my gosh, every time I watch them, I'm like, my mouth starts watering.
Yeah, that'll be bomb. I like that where they have to go eat seafood.
Yeah, it looks really good. I mean, we have our places here and there, but it's nothing like in California and all you guys that live in Phoenix, Arizona, and Texas, like the authentic, like Mexican food and stuff like that. I mean, we have some here and there, but it's very rare and very hard to find somewhere that's pretty authentic. So, but what can you do? We don't really eat out as much either. You know, I pretty much cook every day. You know, and when we do eat out, it's when Beto's off and we're out and about, and well, I'm not gonna cook. And then by the time I get home, we get home late usually. We're usually out all day. So by the time I get home, I'm like, I'm not cooking. I'm tired.
Right now it's like 106.
Yeah, it's 106. It's 106 now. So in the morning, we left in the morning, like around maybe 11. We went to the bank, and then from there we went to Target. You know, we had breakfast obviously at home before we left, and it's 106 now when we decide to eat lunch. And then after this, we still have to run more errands. So then really by the time we get home, it's not going to be until like maybe 4 or 5. And by that time, I'm going to be too tired to cook. So, yeah. But what can you do, you know? We don't like to eat out so much, but sometimes we don't have any other choice, especially when you have a toddler with you. You know, when they're hungry, they're hungry. You know, they get hangry. Like, I get hangry. If I don't eat, I get a headache, and I get so grouchy. It's pretty bad. Huh, babe?
Yeah,
it's bad.
Really bad.
It's pretty bad. But yeah, and like I mentioned to you guys at Target, what happened? Here, you want? Antonio's mad because he drank the rest of the Dr. Pepper, and I guess he really enjoyed it. So,
we still have.
But
we still have, yeah.
But like I said at Target, you know, I know some of you guys in the comments is probably going to ask me about his high functioning autism and what it is. Well, high functioning autism is pretty much he is on the spectrum of autism, but it's like the lowest level of autism. It's so low that sometimes it's undetectable unless I tell you, and I tell you what I guess the symptoms are, and then you'll be like, oh, okay, I see. So with Antonio, he didn't get autism from vaccines. Let me just put that out there. Like, he's gotten his vaccines, and I know that there's that big conversation and dilemma between the vaccines and giving it to kids and them getting autism. But I can't say that the vaccines causes autism, because I know for a fact they didn't, because he was showing symptoms. Let me back it up a little bit so you can see both of us. He was showing symptoms even before he was able to get vaccines. He started showing his symptoms around, by the time he young age, maybe like 5 months. By the time from when he started crawling and sitting up. And, you know, we would put him in his little Batman thing. You know, you would put the kids in there, and they'll kind of, you know, they don't know how to walk yet, but, you know, they would kick and we'll roll them around. What is that called? I don't remember what it's called, but we would put him in there, and he would, you know, and I guess we first started noticing, we thought it was normal, because we've never seen anything like that, and we don't have any history of it in our families that we know of. And he would get really excited, and now what we know what it is now, it's called stemming. And what he would do is that he would get excited and he would kind of go like this, and he'll be like that. But you know, he's little, so we're thinking, oh my god, he's like a baby, he's so excited because he can't talk, so that's what he does, right? So then we didn't think anything of it until maybe he was 2, because that was one issue. And then the other issue was he still wasn't talking, and by 1 they said he's supposed to already be saying at least 5 to 10 words or something like that, and he was pretty much only saying 2. He was like mom and dad. That was pretty much it, and everything else was blabbering. And that's the thing, he blabbers, and he would blabber and blabber, blabber, like he would have a full-on conversation, but you would not know what he was talking about. Like, you couldn't understand him at all. So then, you know, when he saw his doctor out, when his doctor said, oh, wait until he comes back when he's 18 months, and then we'll see if there's any progress. Because he says kids, every child is different. You know, they might not talk, and all of a sudden they start talking. So we're like, okay, well, he's reaching 18 months, still not really anything. Maybe he's saying 1 more word. And then I'm like, okay. So I tell the doctor, his pediatrician, he goes, okay, well, let's wait until he's 2. When he's 2 is when we'll really know and get an idea of what the issue is. So I'm like, okay, well, he's 2, he's still not saying anything. And another thing he had also was he had no, like, hardly any eye contact. Like, you would talk to him and he would look at you for a half a second and look away. Like, he would not pay attention to what you were saying. So we took him to Early Steps, which is a program that's here in Florida. I don't know if they have that anywhere else, but here in South Florida they just call it Early Steps. And so our pediatrician referred us, and we went and they did an evaluation. And from what they can see and how they evaluated him, they said, look, you know, he is showing signs of being autistic, but it looks like it's high functioning because he's playing and he's socializing. And, you know, so if he does have it, he's just really high functioning. So with therapy, you know, you should be okay. And we're like, okay. So then he started, they had a therapist come once a week, which she still does because that's part of the program, to help him with his motor skills and stuff like that, and eye contact. So that has helped a lot. And then 4 months ago, we put him in speech therapy. Now that has helped tremendously. His speech therapist, Susanna, who works at First Words Pediatric Therapy here in South Florida, she is so great. She is, oh my god, I can't thank her enough, because she has helped Antonio so much, and he's actually speaking more words. He's eye contact. He's let me put my seatbelt on because we're heading out of Sonic now. But yeah, he has way more eye contact. He actually pays attention. He follows directions, and that's a good thing. She said, look, he knows what I'm talking about. He follows direction. He points to what he wants. He's starting to use gestures. She even said, look, if he's on the spectrum, it's undetectable unless you really knew what you were looking for. So it's, you know, at first, you know, when they first said, oh, autism, you know, I really broke down at his evaluation. Like, it was like the most horrible feeling, because me as his mom, I felt in a way responsible that I should have known. Like, I had that thought, oh my god, I should have known. But afterwards, I stopped blaming myself, because it's like, well, how could I know? Nobody knew. And he's doing better, you know. It's like, okay, well, where can we move forward now? You know, let's not dwell in what the situation is, but what we can do to help him. And that's what we're doing now. He's going to therapy. Pretty soon he's going to see if I can get him some occupational therapy and physical therapy, because he walks on his tippy toes, and that's another thing they said that was a sign of autism. But look, I walked on my tippy toes also for years, and I still catch myself doing it, and I was never autistic. So even that
I catch, like that my brother-in-law, like that he walks on his tippy toes at times too.
Yeah,
well, not all the time, but I catch some, and it's just what people do different. Not everybody's the same. Everybody's different.
Yeah, not everybody's the same. Everybody's different. But yes, of course, where we're not saying, oh, don't worry about it, you know, he'll grow out of it. That's really not the way to approach it. If you know that there's a way that you can help, and especially free, because there's a lot of programs that get it to you for free. Like his speech therapy, his insurance pays for it, so he gets that for free. And like I said, Early Steps does it for free, and he's going to start pre-K at 3 years old. And the program pays for it. Well, the government does, the school board. So it's like, it's, the only advice I can give parents out there that are going through the same thing, or even going through anything else with their kids, like, any opportunity you can get for free help, just take it. Like, I know, believe me, there's times we had to get another car for me so that I can take him to therapy, because we had one car. So me and my husband were sharing one car, and I was home all day with Antonio, because I work from home, and I had nowhere to go I couldn't get anywhere unless he was home and I had the car. So I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to take him to his therapy and then to all these things now that's progressing, with his school now and evaluation. So we had to get another car, which, that's a whole other thing, because when you're on a budget and you're, pretty much new to all this stuff now with kids, and, him getting older slowly. And then we're in the process too of seeing we can buy a house, because we live with my grandmother, which thanks to her, because we have a place to stay, and we're able to save some money. But it's just a whole lot of things all bundled up into one that at first was driving me so crazy that I had an episode. I had a Bell's palsy episode, which was one side of my face. I thought I was having a stroke because I'm a medical assistant. I worked in cardiology. One side of my face drooped, and I was like, oh my God, I'm having a stroke, but it wasn't. It was because I was under a lot of stress. But yeah, that's what we're going through with him. So any moms or parents moms, dads, parents out there, guardians that have kids that are going through some sort of difficulty or therapy, just know you're not alone. And I know with autism, it's so like, there's such a stigma with it, and no one wants to talk about it. Like, nobody wants to, because I guess, like, myself and other parents were afraid that if you told anyone, oh, he's on the spectrum, everyone only has one definition of autism, and that's when they're severe. And it's not that way. It's so broad. There's high functioning autism, which he has, and then there's severe autism, and I thank God he has high functioning, one, because it'll be better for him, but it really doesn't matter, because he's who he is, and I wouldn't change him for the world. And kids with autism are actually much smarter than the average person. You might not think they are, but they withhold so much information that it is crazy on what they hold in their head. And Einstein was autistic. I tell people all the time, Einstein was autistic, and look, he was a complete genius. So just know that you're not alone, and leave me a comment down below to let me know if any of you guys are going through the same thing, or what advice do you guys have. What advice that you guys have to everything, and anything like that. And if you guys want to figure out what other therapies you can give to your kids, just let me know in the comments below. And yeah, just know you're not alone. But we're here at Marshall's now, and it's like pouring, and something's going on in the parking lot. I don't know what's going on, but I think someone might have drove off in someone else's car. Don't know, but it's kind of weird. I don't know where they went. They kind of just drove off. But did you see what's going on?
I don't know, like that guy. I don't know if he stole something. I really don't know what happened. But there's like it looks like the manager of the store came out, and he was taking down the license plate of the car, and then this other lady came out of nowhere
to like help him or something. Actually, I think I saw her preventing him from doing something. I don't know what happened, but yeah, that's the scoop, guys. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys want more information about the whole high functioning autism and what I do with him, different crafts to help him. But yeah, like I said, we're at Marshall's now and it's drizzling, so I'm gonna let you guys go. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And if you want to get notified of new videos, please hit that little bell so that you can be notified, and turn on your notifications after you click on that little bell to make sure that you get notified every time we post a video. Until next time, guys, take care.
Peace, guys.
See you next time.